Republican Senator Ted Cruz has refused to say whether he will unconditionally accept the results of the U.S. election this fall. He's gone viral for a CNN interview last night where he repeatedly avoided committing to respect who wins.
Will you accept the results regardless of who wins the election?
So, Caitlin, I got to say, I think that's actually a ridiculous question.
It's a yes or no question.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz quickly going on the defensive.
Let me explain why it's a ridiculous question. It's not a question. You've ever asked a Democrat that?
Of course.
Last night, while talking to CNN's Caitlin Collins, Cruz would not commit to accepting the results after the November 5th vote.
We have an entire election law system that people challenge elections. Elections get overturned. Voter fraud gets proven. That happens all the time.
Instead, he flipped the script and insinuated the media is engaging in, quote, a weird game, insisting voter fraud has never existed.
This isn't a game. There was no widespread voter fraud.
You only ask Republicans that.
Because it was Republicans who tried to block the transition of power.
And here come the fireworks, folks, as Collins pressed on.
So my question for you again, free and fair election, will you accept the results regardless of who wins?
Look, if the Democrats win, I will accept the result, but I'm not going to ignore fraud regardless of what happens.
But was there fraud in 2020?
Of course there was fraud in 2020.
No, there wasn't, and you still objected.
Oh, you know for a fact there was zero voter fraud. Really? What's your basis for that? Show me your evidence.
The simple yes or no question, still not answered.
You can't answer yes or no to this question. And Republicans,
can you answer my question? Why are you refusing to answer my question?
I'm conducting the interview with all due respect. It's just a yes or no question.
I'm answering your question. You just don't like my answer.
And what's your answer? Is it yes or is it no?
So in 1876,
this heated exchange went on for a whole 5 minutes.
With all due respect.
You asked me a question. Do you want me to answer it?
And you didn't answer the question.
Yes, I did.
Cases were thrown out.
Hold on a second.
General said there was no widespread fraud. You're not clearly answering the question. I want to thank you for that.
I'm answering every question.
Despite trying to wrap it up.
It was CNN that relentlessly pushed that propaganda. And by the way, never holds.
That there was no widespread fraud in the election?
That voter fraud doesn't exist, and anyone who says it does is wearing a tinfoil hat.
Ted Cruz went off.
You never asked Hillary Clinton this. You never asked Stacey Abrams this. You never asked Al Gore this.
With all due respect,
and every one of them said the Republicans who won were illegitimate.
I have Senator Ted Cruz. No answer to that question. Thank you very much.
An absolute mixed response to this interview had Ted Cruz trending online, from praising the senator on, quote, demolishing Collins, to support of CNN saying Collins took Cruz to the woodshed. You just never know what you'll get on live TV.